Hi guys, Liz Ann here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to talk about some of the books I've been reading. And the first one I'll start out with is The Complete Formula of Magical Oils, and this is over 1,200 recipes, potions, and tinctures for everyday use. And as you can see, I have lots of tabs here, and I've made a few of them, and some of them might be to help with the healing, or it could be for to enhance your love life, or it might be for some luck. Wonderful book. And in the back you'll find some information on mixing them and carrier oils and their different properties and which ones are best to use for different mixes. Gives you just a lot of ideas. It's a good book especially for those starting out. And I know I've mixed several essential oils, and then after I'm done, I'm like, ew, that stinks. It didn't come out that great. So this is a good one that actually has made the formulas up, and they smell good, and they tell you what they do. So it's a good base to start with for somebody like me. Okay, next I have Louise Hay, and maybe some of you are very familiar with her. But she is a wonderful teacher on manifestation and healing your life through positive affirmations and just changing the way you think. And this is an excellent book to start out with. It's called You Can Heal Your Life. I believe this was her first book, and it just has so many exercises and affirmations to say to yourself, and just really good lessons. And then she tells her story in the back, which is just amazing, what she overcame and came out of. So that's another really good one. I picked this one up at the used bookstore, and we have credit there, and so it was $6 at the used bookstore, and so with our credit we were able to get it for $3. So that was a really good deal, because this book is regularly $16. So that was a good deal. This book I got at Barnes & Noble's bargain price, and with a gift card that I had for them. And as you can see, it's a juicing book and 150 healthy and delicious juice recipes. So I have a juicer and a blender. I use this more in the warmer months. I don't juice as much in the winter because I tend to want warmer foods. So I do more soup and just a little bit more cooked foods. But really good. Just has I just wanted to show you too, it just has very simple recipes on the pages, and then nice colorful pictures that accompany them. And one I made last, I don't know, summer, fall, around there, was really good. And it was a strawberry, lemon, and orange juice, and we did the lemon and oranges and an apple, I believe, to sweeten it, and then we blended the rest with frozen strawberries, so it was kind of a little bit slushy and cool, and I felt my body just eat up the vitamin C. I could felt like the very cells of my body were just so happy that I was drinking this juice. So it's a really good book. And then another one along those lines, I got this at the library, and this is called Deliciously Ella. It's also a newer book out. She has a website, deliciouslyella.com, and she just does a wonderful job of putting together. Matter of fact, I thought she was a chef, and then when I read her story that, in the beginning of the book, she wasn't. And I was really surprised, because her recipes are just wonderful, and the photos are just beautiful, the recipes too. They look like something a chef would do, and one of my favorites that I made was a coconut curry, Thai curry. But I haven't made this one, beet kapas, I don't even know how to say it, carpaciosi. That sounds like very chef-like to me. Here's a roasted squash, olive, avocado, agrula. I've made some salads from here and some dressings that were just fabulous. Broccoli and avocado salad I made. I believe I put this one up on my blog. Very fun book. I have not been able to I've been like rechecking this out over and over until my limit's going to be up, because I'm really enjoying this book. And my family's enjoyed the recipes as well that I've made from it. And last but not least, I have Merlyn, and this is a study in Druid magic and lore. It's basically, I found this at the used bookstore as well. And so I got it for about $3. And but you can get it on Amazon. But it's a complete course in authentic Celtic Druidism. And my husband and I and my daughter had been watching the TV series of Merlyn, and you know, there's just a lot of mysticism and folklore, and you know, just a lot of history within that stories of, you know, we hear about the Knights of the Round Table and such. And so I wanted that when I saw this, it really caught my eye, and I'm so glad I got this. I just finished it this morning. It took me a couple months to read it. It was intense. It was enchanting. It was magical. It was very picturesque. It was rich in history. I just had a good time reading this book. It just was one of those take me away type books. And at the end of every chapter, Merlyn is teaching Arthur in the book. You know, Arthur's become his apprentice, and so at the end of each chapter, he gives an outline of, he tells a little bit more in depth the lesson that Arthur has learned, and you know, in Druid magic or whatever they had done, and gives things that you can do if you want to try doing what they did, you know, learning that lesson. So that's kind of fun too. I didn't really do a lot of the exercises, but I did read over them, and they looked like they were interesting and fun for those that might like something like that. So anyways, that's it for my book reviews, and I just wanted to say that my own book, The Voice of God Within, is going to be available in a revised edition and in hardback within probably a week or two, and I'm really excited about it. I've added a whole nother chapter to it, and more exercises, and it is just my journey. The story is my journey, and getting to know God within my own heart, and how I started out, you know, taught in a Christian-based religion as a child, but then, you know, I left what I was being taught because it was Mormonism, and I left that, and I later became involved in another church that was very fundamental type Christian church, and that believed they were the true church, and I bought into that for many, many years. But then later down the line noticed that I was becoming very depressed, and even though I knew I had issues from my childhood, but I also started realizing there were things about where I was attending church that just was not healthy, and that I was shutting down out of fear that voice of God inside of me. And so this is a journey through that, and it has exercises, and it has thoughts, very thought-provoking, and to help you search your heart for, you know, your voice, for that voice within your heart, and are you listening to that and paying attention to that and finding the value in that and the freedom in that and the joy in listening within. So that's all I have for today, and I thank you for coming to my YouTube channel and listening all the way through, and I ask that you give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that, and I send you high vibes, love, and just wish you abundance and an enchanting day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.